Most men think their marriage is struggling because of communication issues, or money, or stress, or the simple but common, we just grew apart. In my work, I found that the truth is far simpler, but unfortunately, it's also far more uncomfortable. The number one leadership mistake destroying marriages today is actually men trying to lead without emotional presence. And if you don't fix this, nothing else you do will matter. Let me explain. My name's Jordan Joaquim, and I'm a licensed mental health therapist and marriage counselor who's been working in this field for over 10 years. I've had a lot of couples walk into my office for couples therapy, and while all their situations look different, they all are also guilty of missing this principle. Men, don't feel bad. Society has been wiring us to do emotions bad for centuries. Now us, our relationships, and families are paying the price. Not anymore. I'm gonna help you change this. If you like what you learned in this video, make sure to also check out my ebook, How to Love Her Like Christ Loved the Church. It'll be the first link in the description. Okay, men, let's do some work. You can't lead a woman you're not connected to. As men, the few but the best of us try to lead with logic, solutions, discipline, structure, doing the right thing. None of these things are bad. In fact, they're great. But leadership without emotional presence feels like abandonment to a woman. You can be in the room, you can be providing, you can be doing everything right, and she can still feel completely alone. That's because she doesn't feel you. Not your opinions, not your instructions, not your corrections, you. A man cannot lead a woman he is not emotionally connected to. When you disconnect, you become a manager, not a husband. Disconnected men start running their home like a project. Did you do this? Why didn't you do that? Here's what we need to do to fix that. He thinks he's being responsible. She's feeling handled, not held. She doesn't feel led, she feels managed. I get it. Especially if that's your personality at work, you're spending 8 hours a day there. So you're gonna take home some of those characteristics. Don't stress that. But from now on, let's try to leave it at the door. When you get home, you're a husband, not a manager, because no woman wants to marry her manager. Control is always a symptom of disconnection. When a man can't connect emotionally, he compensates with control. More rules, more pressure, more intensity, more shoulds, right? The you shoulds and you shoulda. He thinks he's tightening the ship, but she feels like she's losing her freedom. Control is not leadership. Control is what a man reaches for when he's lost emotional influence. You don't control what you're connected to. You control what you're afraid of losing. You can lose trust without doing anything wrong. This is the part that confuses men the most. You didn't cheat. You didn't yell. You never abandoned the family. You didn't do anything bad. But she still doesn't feel safe. Why? Because emotional absence is a form of abandonment she can't explain, but she can feel it. A woman doesn't trust a man's leadership when she can't feel his heart. Your presence is the home's atmosphere. When a man is emotionally present, the home relaxes. The wife softens. The kids feel secure. The atmosphere becomes peaceful. When he's emotionally absent, the home becomes anxious. The wife becomes guarded. The kids become reactive. The atmosphere becomes tense. A man's presence is supposed to be the shelter, not the storm. What real leadership looks like. Leadership is not being in charge, being right, being obeyed, being the loudest voice. Leadership is attunement, steadiness, emotional availability, curiosity, humility, and presence. A man leads best when he is in tune, not in control. Men, hear me. Your wife doesn't need a perfect man. She doesn't need a genius. She doesn't need a drill sergeant. She needs a man who is present, a man who is emotionally available, a man who listens before he fixes, a man who connects before he corrects, a man whose leadership feels like safety, not pressure. If you want to lead your home well, start by showing up with your heart, not just your hands. Because the greatest leadership you will ever offer your family is your presence. If you enjoyed this message or my way of delivering, do me a favor and give this video a like. If you're wanting to make the biggest impact on yourself and marriage, make sure to check out my ebook, How to Love Her Like Christ Loved the Church. This marriage-saving book is the first link in the description. If you feel like this video could help someone else, don't be greedy. Sharing is caring. Share this video with them and let them learn something new too. I look forward to catching up with you in the next video coming up now. But until then, God bless you and your family.